Okay, in today's video we're going to show you how to make one of these. So this is a roller banner or pull-up banner or retractable banner. Okay, so this is our artwork. So it's a 800 by 2 meter banner, so currently this is what our artwork is set to. Now with the roller banners you do need to extend the artwork by at least 200 mil to go inside the mechanism. So I'm just going to extend the artboard now to 2.2. There we go. Now if it was a white background we could leave it at that. Because I have some colour I'm just going to drag that down to the 2.2 as well. You won't see this will be hidden inside the mechanism, but it's something you do need to do. Okay, this is the material that we're going to be printing on. This is a roller banner material. It's a so flat material to stop it curling on the edges. It usually comes in 380 to 420 GSM thicknesses. It's incredibly strong, as you can see there, no tearing, and it is a grey back material to block the light from shining through when you've got your banner extended. So we're just going to get that artwork printed now. Again, we're using our JV100/160 Mamaki printer. Okay, once the artwork's printed, we're going to need to trim this up. So in the rip, I did extend the artwork by about 4 mil on the width, just to give me some bleed to trim back to, because you don't want any unsightly white lines down the edge of your finished banner. So as you can see, I'm cutting into the artwork by about 2 mil on each side. The length doesn't really matter as much because again, so much of that disappears in the mechanism and only 2 meters is the visible finished print area. So we're just going to trim this up and get back to you when we're all trimmed. And there we go, all finished and trimmed up. So before we start making the banner, I thought I'd just go through the various different bits and bobs of the mechanism itself. So this is, as I said, an 800 by 2 meter banner. This is a stick banner. I'll go through that in a minute with you, but just to show you the various different bits and bobs. So this is the carry case. Once the banner's finished, you can retract it into its mechanism, pop it in the case for easy transport and popping up wherever you need to. So we'll just get the various bits out of the box. These are available from Signmaster systems, as well as the material itself. Okay, so this is the mechanism itself. Here are the feet. Obviously you can extend when needed. It is a self-adhesive strip at the bottom to attach the banner itself. This is the top rail. Again, this is a stick mechanism, so it's a self-adhesive fit, but I also need to show you the other version, which is a snap rail. We'll go through that a bit later on. And then finally you have the pole itself, which is pretty much like a tent pole. It slots together just like a tent pole, like that. Okay, we're going to start to put the banner together now. So when you're working with any material, try to roll it, not fold it. You don't want any creases appearing in the final product. It can be very unsightly. So we're going to start with our top rails. Now, as I said, this is a stick mechanism that we're using, but I'll just show you the snap rail. So you just need to open up the snap rail, simply like that, and this slot here is where the actual top of the banner goes. So we're just going to pop that in. It can be a little bit fiddly to begin with, but if you start at one side and then try and follow it through from there. There we go. Make sure it's butted right up as far as it can go, and then snap it back together from the middle, working to the outside. It avoids any creases at the top. There we go, that's all snapped together, and as you can see, it's quite a strong grip, which it needs to be. Okay, now we've shown you the snap rail, we're going to remove that and we're going to carry on with the stick rail. So again, it's got a self-adhesive strip which attaches to the banner. So I'm just going to pre-peel a little bit just to make it easier. It is slightly easier if you hang over the edge of whatever work surface that you're using, and I'm sort of butting it up with my leg to keep it in place. That gives me 2 free hands to line it up and stick it down. So make sure you're all lined up with the edges nicely and the top of the rail itself, and then we're just going to peel and stick and work our way along the whole of that edge. There we go. So now we're going to do the mechanism, the bottom part of the roller banner. Again, it's a self-adhesive strip. So I'm just going to move the banner around. Usually I'd move around to the other side of the table, but I'm trying to keep the camera angles good for you guys. Again, I'm rolling the material rather than folding it to avoid any creases. So at the back, that is the hole for the extendable pole to go. So if you just lean it over, there you go, it's nice and square on the table. Again, sort of pre-peel the corner to make it easier. And we're just going to line up the bottom of the banner with the self-adhesive strip. And same process as the top, we're going to work our way along and stick it all down. So peel and stick, a bit at a time is the best way to do this. There we go. So that's our various pieces of the banner put together. Now we just need to put the banner up and release the spring pin. So I'm going to extend the feet on the bottom of the banner. And again, treating the material very carefully, trying to avoid any creases. I'm going to pop that on the floor and get the pole. So there are different types of pole, but this one, as I said earlier, goes together just like any tent pole. It's going to go through the hole at the back of that and sit on top of the lug at the bottom. Make sure it's nice and square on there. And in a second we're going to pull the tensioner pin, so that releases the tension on the mechanism itself. But first we just need to attach the top rail to the pole. That just sits on the top as such. There we go. And then I'm going to release the pin. This will snap a little bit as it pulls the tension. There we go. And there's our finished roller banner, all put up and ready to be used. If you're interested in the mechanism or the material used in this video, then check out our website or give us a call.